Have you ever had a manager where you just thought to yourself, you know what? When I'm in charge, I'm going to do things so differently. Well, you're not alone. In this explainer, we're going to boil down the absolute best wisdom from Michael Scofield's book, 50 Ways to Lead Your Sales Team, into a simple, powerful game plan to help you become that leader your team is waiting for. Okay, let's get into it.
And this is the exact question Scofield hits us with right from the start. But look, this isn't just some nice thought experiment. It's a real challenge. It's designed to push us past just thinking about what we wouldn't do. Like I won't micromanage or I won't take all the credit. Instead, it forces us to get really clear on what we will do. This one question really sets the stage for leading with purpose.
So, to help answer that big question, we're going to build out a really clear action plan. It's all built around 3 core pillars. First, we're going to talk about knowing yourself. Then we'll get into connecting with your people. And finally, we'll focus on how to build your team. It's a simple path, for sure, but a really powerful one. Now, before we jump into the how-to, let's just ground ourselves in the what. What even is leadership when you get right down to it? Because it's not about your title. It's not about where you sit on the org chart. At its very core, it's all about one thing: inspiration. This quote just nails it, doesn't it? It gets right to the heart of the matter. Leadership isn't a position you hold. It's something you do. It's measured by the growth that you spark in the people around you. I mean, that's a high bar, yeah? But it's really the only one that truly matters. So how do we get there? Well, let's jump into our first pillar and see how this all starts. Right? So the journey to becoming a truly great leader, it doesn't start by analyzing your team. No, it starts by looking right in the mirror. Think about it. You can't lead other people effectively if you don't even understand what drives you, what motivates you, and even what holds you back. It's a total inside-out job. And this right here is the bedrock of it all: self-awareness. It's all about getting super clear on your own internal operating system. What are your non-negotiable values? What are the principles that guide you when the pressure's on? And look, this isn't just some fluffy self-help exercise. This is the absolute foundation for being an authentic leader. A really cool tool to help with this is something called the Johari window. We all have these 4 different selves you see here. The thing is, the best leaders, they work really hard to shrink their hidden self. They don't hide their values or their passion. By actually sharing what drives them, they build a genuine emotional connection, and that makes other people feel safe enough to do the same.
So that blind self, the things other people see in you that you can't see yourself, how do you figure out what's in there? Simple. You ask. Schofield gives us these 3 incredibly simple questions. Seriously, asking your team, your colleagues, even your own boss to answer these, it's one of the fastest, most direct ways to get feedback you can actually use to become the leader they need you to be. Okay, so once you've started building that solid foundation of self-awareness, we can move on to our second pillar: making real, genuine connections with your people. And the heart of that connection, it's all built on one single critical skill. Most of us, myself included, spend our whole lives listening to reply. While someone else is talking, our brain is just revving up, waiting for a gap so we can jump in with our story, our amazing solution, or our counterargument. But truly great leaders, they listen to understand. They actually quiet that voice in their head and give the other person their full undivided attention. It sounds so simple, but in the world we live in today, it is a radical act.
And Covey's famous quote here just says it all, doesn't it? Making that shift from listening to reply to listening to truly understand, it's probably the single biggest change you can make to build trust. When people feel like they've actually been heard, they feel valued. And when people feel valued, they will move mountains for you.
Now, that deep listening, that's just one piece of the puzzle when it comes to building trust. Schofield points to several others here. The key takeaway is that trust isn't some vague, fuzzy feeling. It's built on 2 things: your character, like talking straight and making things right when you mess up, and your competence, like actually keeping your promises. And it all starts when you, the leader, make the choice to extend trust first.
All right, so we've looked inward and we've worked on building those one-on-one connections. Our final pillar is all about taking that leadership and scaling it up to empower your entire team. This is where you create an environment where people don't just follow you, they actually learn how to lead themselves.
Empowerment isn't just a buzzword, It's a very specific set of actions. This slide lays out a 6-step roadmap. And notice how it builds on itself. You start with total clarity, you give them real authority to match their responsibility, and then, and this is so important, you trust them to get on with it. But for me, the real game changer is number 5, giving them permission to fail. Because a team that's scared to fail is a team that's scared to innovate.
This ancient wisdom from Lao Tzu, man, it just perfectly captures the end goal of building a great team. Your job isn't to be the hero of the story. It's to create a team that's so capable, so confident, and so empowered that they hit the goal and they feel that complete ownership. They get to say, we did this. We did it ourselves. So there we have it. We've walked through the 3 pillars: knowing yourself, connecting with your people, and building your team. Now let's pull this all together into a clear, intentional plan you can actually use.
Here it is, all in one place. It's that simple. Start with the inner work, with self-awareness. Use that strong foundation to build trust through real connection and deep listening. And finally, you leverage that trust to empower your team to go out and achieve greatness on their own terms. It's this continuous cycle of growth, both for you and for them. We started this whole thing with a question, so it's only right that we end with one. But this one's a lot more immediate. This isn't about some big 5-year plan. Based on everything we just talked about, what is the one small, real thing you will do differently tomorrow to be the leader your team deserves? Are you going to ask for feedback? Are you going to really practice listening to understand in your next one-on-one? That single intentional choice, that's where this whole journey really begins.